Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you 2 crazy good Keto Chow snacks that you can make at home. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Hope you check out some of my other videos. And for returning subscribers, welcome back. And I hope you liked today's video. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 super easy but crazy good snacks that you can make with Keto Chow. First, I'm going to show you my dirty little secret because this is the basis of those snacks. So what I have in here is 5 or 6 pork rinds. Basically, I mean, you all know what these are. This is kind of a standard snack, I guess, for people who do carnivore, people who do keto. 0 carbs, pretty much. I have a teaspoon of melted butter. I'm going to pour it over top. So for this number of pork rinds, that's probably too much butter. I am going to put a pinch of glycine on here. And a dash of cinnamon. Okay, shake it up a little bit. Maybe some of you already know this little trick. This is I am so desperate for a tasty little snack that if I don't have something, I'm gonna die. And this might just do the trick. So, kind of tastes like sugar, cinnamon, okay, so let me backtrack. This is not a sweetener. It's a non-essential amino acid that happens to taste sweet. So I will link that down below, and let's give this a taste.
So good.
Might be just what you need in a moment of crisis. So what I'm going to do today, though, takes this to a whole new level. And it uses Keto Chow. You can use various flavors, but I'm going to show you a savory one as well as a sweet one. And if you have your own protein powder at home, give it a try. I'm sure it'll work fine as well. But I have these, and so I want to use them. So putting this aside, let's start with the savory one. I have a 100-gram pack of pork rinds here. You can get these at the grocery store. I have in the past bought, you know, those big giant tubs from Costco. You can get those there. But I like this because it basically fits in one of these bags. And this, what I'm going to show you is exactly for what I have found works for this size of bag. So 100 grams, that's a Canadian measure. For those of you who don't know metric, it's about 3.5 ounces. I'm going to throw this in here.
Hopefully not getting them everywhere.
All right, so you need one of those large Ziploc bags, and just dump them in there. I know some of you will ask, why can't you just mix it up in the bag? There's not enough room to shake. This is a shake and bake recipe. So you can see it fills up half the bag now. All right, we need butter. I am going to use, this is about 4 servings. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of butter, which is half a stick. I like buying the sticks for cooking because it makes it easier to measure. I'm just gonna melt this for 30 seconds in my microwave. So for this savory version, which kind of tastes a little bit like taco chips, I'm going to be using a scoop of the taco base Keto Chow. Normally, I use a couple of tablespoons of cheddar cheese powder, which I just had in my hands the other day, and I cannot find it. I have searched in every cupboard. I know I've put it somewhere weird. So instead of the cheddar cheese powder, I'm going to use nutritional yeast. So that's an option too. I mean, not everybody happens to have cheddar cheese powder on hand. So I'll just get that ready. Oh, my butter is ready. So I've got my melted butter here, and I have this. So the first thing you do is you take your 4 tablespoons of melted butter and just pour it on top. Don't be afraid. Zip it up. Give it a good shake. You're basically trying to coat all of your pork rinds with that melted butter. It should be enough. Okay, and then I'm going to take 1 scoop of the taco base. If you have them in the little packages, this is the equivalent of 1 package. So I'm dumping that in there. And I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of the nutritional yeast, and that just amps up the cheese flavor a bit. Now, say you don't have the Keto Chow. You could use nutritional yeast or your cheddar cheese powder if you have it, plus some taco seasoning mix. I just like the Keto Chow because it, gives me that extra protein, and it's conveniently seasoned already. But if you have a favorite taco seasoning, go for it. I know some of you are going to ask, so I'm just going to tell you right now, the answer is yes. You can use your imagination here. So I'm going to shake this around, try to get it all coated. This is actually my first time trying it with the nutritional yeast, so I'm kind of interested to see how that tastes. You can certainly, even with this, if you wanted to add some cumin or, cayenne, or you wanted to jazz this up even more, go for it. So then basically what you have is you have some coated chips that are going to taste like taco chips. So they remain crunchy. So I can taste the cheesy flavor and the taco base. So good. Now what I do is I keep them in the freezer, and I will take out 3 or 4 or 5 in a little bowl, like just that one that you saw here, this many. And that can be a snack. And I haven't figured out, the macros are basically what, the bag of pork rinds. Just get the macros off whatever you're gonna buy, and your scoop of taco Keto Chow. So there you go. I'm gonna throw that just throw it in the fridge for now. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the sweet one now. Again, we're going to go with 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to melt that. You could also, and I've done this, and it's quite good, 2 tablespoons butter plus 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. But I know a lot of you don't use peanut butter. Maybe almond butter, you could do that. Melt those together. But today I'm just going to use butter. I'm going to keep it simple. Okay, so this one is exactly the same idea. We're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put my whole 100 grams, 3.5 ounces in the bag. Okay, I'm going to pour my butter on top. Spread that around. Get them all good and coated. Then we are going to get 1 scoop of, I'm going to use chocolate today. I have used chocolate peanut butter, mocha, toffee crunch, I think it's called. And like any of the sort of, or the salted caramel, and any of those kind of caramel, chocolate, pumpkin spice. I also like to add 2 tablespoons. You can add less or more or none of the powdered sweetener. Powdered sweetener will stick to this better than the granulated. So get all that in there and then start shaking that up. So like I said, I mean, maybe you have a favorite chocolate protein powder. You could try that and see. I'm sure it would work. You know, the nice thing about Keto Chow is all the different flavors that it has. So you can really change these up. It's kind of shocking how good these are. Okay. You know, one of the things that I do like about the Keto Chow is it seems to be really versatile in things, like I've been using it. I'm not a shake person. I think I've had 1 or 2 shakes out of all the Keto Chow I've had. What I love is pudding, ice cream. I love these. It bakes easily into loaves and things like that. Cheesecake, those sorts of things. I love using them in recipes. So let's give one of these a try. Now, tastes good right now. My favorite is when they're fresh out of the freezer. Like I'll throw this in the freezer and then tomorrow or whatever, like I said, if I'm feeling a little snacky, have to have something, a little bowl of these out of the freezer is just a really cool little snack. They're still crunchy and they taste so good. Pretty easy, huh? So I hope you give this a try. You know, like I said, if you don't have Keto Chow, try one of your own protein powders. I don't know if it'll work or not. You'll have to try. And as far as flavors, I mean, you know, you can do all kinds of things with this one. I just went very basic, chocolate, butter, some sweetener, very good. So hope you liked today's 2 crazy Keto Chow ideas, and we'll see you on the next video.
Oh, don't want to talk with my mouth full. Pretty easy, huh?